On the road, it's time to tune in. Sheriff P is here, let the news begin. At GCS, we're shining bright, guided by faith. We're taking flight, learning and growing side by side. With Christ at the center, we feel the pride. From sports to arts, we're all in the game. Together in spirit, we carry the flame. So listen close, there's much to share. Information flowing everywhere. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. Mark your calendars, there's fun ahead. Events and activities just like we said. With teachers and friends we make memories. From homework to laughter, it's all a breeze. Service and kindness, we hold them dear. Together we thrive year after year. So gather around, there's more in store. A community united, ready to soar. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. No, no, oh, 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 no, 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 no. GCS, that's just how it goes. Mark your calendars, there's fun ahead. Events and activities just like we said. With teachers and friends we make memories. From homework to laughter, it's all a breeze. Service and kindness, we hold them dear. Together we thrive year after year. So gather around, there's more in store. A community united, ready to soar. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. So sit back.
Yes, absolutely. At GCS, that's just how it goes. Welcome to the Weekly Roundup. This is the show where you learn about everything amazing that's going on at Grace Christian School. Everything that's going on at Grace Christian School and all the fun things that have gone on, all the fun things that are coming up in the future. We have a lot of people already in the chat. Sandy Newfield, yes, they moved my granddaughter, and so I moved there too. Sandy, many of you remember Miss Sandy, who worked here forever. She has moved from Texas to Maine. Tammy, good morning. Good to see you. We are getting lots of people on the show. Debbie, good morning. Good to see you. So like I was saying, yes, this is the weekly roundup, and this is the place where you come to learn about all the amazing things happening at Grace Christian School. I'm your host, Sheriff P, and it's my privilege to be here. You know that first slide you saw, Label Me Lindsay? Label Me Lindsay is amazing for so many reasons. She is a faithful parent who has been here forever, and she does so much for our school. And you're thinking, okay, why do I have her name at the start of the weekly roundup? Because she was not just a sponsor at the carnival. She brought people from her place of employment, the place she owns, Label Me Lindsay, and they had the most popular booth at the carnival, the hair decoration booth. She put through more people and donated more money to our carnival than anyone else, and she does that year after year and never, ever asks for anything in return. I hope that you saw her address. She's located in Rossmore, in Los Alamitos, excuse me. Rossmore, Los Alamitos. If you need to get your hair done, you need any kind of face work, anything like that, reach out to her shop. They are amazing. You know what? Christmas is coming. Go purchase a gift card for your loved one. Go do it now. Stick it away. Don't forget where it is. Don't go putting it up in the attic like Clark Griswold did, where you're going to forget about it. Oh, let's hear. Love Label Me Lindsay. Yes, Brianna, Label Me Lindsay is worth being loved. Absolutely. Our daughter loved her hair, Justin says. That is great. And let's hear. Mariah, it says she truly is amazing. GCS, thanks to her. Boy, Lindsay, you're getting all kinds of shout outs today here on the weekly roundup. I am so happy for that. But back to what I was saying, gift cards make a wonderful gift. It allows your loved one to be able to go, if you have someone special in your life, go get a gift card for them. And when you make that purchase, let them know thank you for supporting Grace Christian School. The school appreciates it. We appreciate it sending our kids there, and share this with everyone around. So please do that and do us a solid. Hey, another solid that you could do is by subscribing to our channel. It's a very easy task. You just hit that button that says subscribe, you're all done. Now, if you want to be notified, like when I go live, it automatically will send you a thing, ring the bell. Otherwise, Christy will send you an email that looks a little bit like this. Hello, welcome to the weekly roundup. Every week, Dr. Padger broadcasts live via Grace Christian School YouTube channel. Now, you can wait for that, but if there was ever a disaster or something going on, we might not be able to generate that email, but we can go live getting information to you quickly. So that's why I suggest that you also ring the bell. Well, you know what? Thanksgiving is coming. Can you believe it? We are already into November. We are moving along. It's November 6th. You know, Thanksgiving is very, very late this year. It's the last week of November. And so that means Christmas is going to be right on the heels of Thanksgiving. So one of the big things that we do here every single year is we collect food from all of our families. Every grade level is assigned a different food item. And we compile those with our National Junior Honor Society that Mrs. Painter faithfully oversees, along with Krista. And we put those all together with the help of PST, and we donate those out to families in need. And I tell you what, they make a huge difference. You can donate one of the food products, or you can donate money that allows us to purchase turkeys to go with each of those. Now, I know the economy is tough and people are struggling. And if that's the case and you can't give anything, we completely understand that. All that I would ask you to do is pray for the event. Pray for the family that's going to be getting the food, that they are blessed by what they are receiving, and that God just provides an abundance to them. So prayer is amazing also. And so I would ask you for that. Look for these flyers. Barbara is going to be resending that flyer home to every grade level, so that when you're out shopping this weekend at Costco, or you see that great sale at Stater Brothers, you can pick up something extra that is on the list for your child's class. So let's move on to PST, our parent support team. They are marvelous. They do so many great things for us. We have the carnival, we have Red Ribbon Week, we have the laser show. Nikki and her team do a great deal of stuff for Grace Christian School and all of our students. Tomorrow is a PST meeting. It's out at the lunch tables. It starts tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., if I'm not mistaken. If I am wrong, if Mrs. O'Rue can correct me if you can correct me in the notes. I was doing two things at once, and that just does not work. Amber said we've had families pool money together, and we're dropping off items soon. That is wonderful. Thank you for doing that, Amber. I do remember a couple of kids last year talked to family members and neighbors about donating stuff to their home, and they brought in, and that was huge also. So, but our PST meeting is tomorrow. Love for you to come out and be part of PST. They do so many amazing things for our school. Then, we're Grace Christian School, and one of the things that are so important to us is prayer. And prayer, whoa, look at that. What happened here? Look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Prayer is so important to our school, and we have a parent and prayer team, and they meet once a week on Wednesdays in the morning, and they pray for every one of you, every one of our parents, every one of our families, our loved ones, our students, our teachers, our staff. And we can't thank them enough because we can feel the prayer. And as I speak about prayer right now, I would ask you in your prayer life if you could continue to pray for Mrs. Madison's husband, Eric, as he is recovering. He's making a good recovery right now, but he's still in the hospital. If you could pray for strength for Mrs. Madison and also for her husband, and for awareness for the doctors, so he can get back to full mobility and back to his normal life and back to what he needs to do, and that's being with his family. So I keep that in prayer. And then Jeremy Moses, our band teacher, is still under the weather, not doing well. If you can continue to lift him in prayer, that would be greatly appreciated. because we know as a Christian school and as believers, prayer changes lives, prayer changes things. Mrs. Aru is Johnny on the spot, and she says the PST meeting starts tomorrow, 7:45 a.m. at the lunch tables, and we would love to have you there. So, a little thing called an election took place yesterday, and some of us have bags under our eyes for staying up so late and watching the election returns. Uh, I, I'm guilty of that. I watched because it's such a great privilege that we have in this country to be able to elect our leaders. And some people take voting lightly, but in a lot of elections, it can come down to just a few votes. But I ask for you to continue to pray for our country, pray for our new elected leaders throughout our nation, locally and statewide and everywhere like that. Continue to pray that we have peace and that we can continue to prosper and turn back towards Christ and be that nation that was developed under God, one nation under God. So, election results will be talked about probably today in class, asking kids about what did you learn about the elections? How do you vote? And things like that. And trying to keep it on political, but just not ignoring something that's very, very important for our country, the foundation of our country, the elections. And as a as a child comes through school, there will only be one or two elections depending on when they start elementary school here. Every 4 years, they could possibly miss one on each end and just only have one, or they could possibly have two elections. So we'd like to talk about it and make it a learning experience for all of our students. Tomorrow, mark this on your phones. Get your phone out, your Android, your iPhone, and tomorrow is in service. School lets out 11:30. Those of you guys know what I'm going to say next. The cafeteria is closed, and there's no lunch, so you need to send your child with a lunch. School lets out 11:30. You can pick them up. There is no charge. If you can't pick them up, we'll put the children in daycare, and they'll get their chance to eat lunch, and they'll play and do stuff. There is no charge for daycare until after 3:15, when you can come and pick your child up from daycare. So that's tomorrow. Early release 11:30. Remember, no lunch or anything like that. I tell you what, the wind is just getting me. My sinus is crazy. I'm sure it's affecting many of you out there also. I was talking about electing and the voting that took place. The reason we are able to do that is because of our veterans. We have so many parents who have served in our military, whether it be the Coast Guard, whether they're Marines or Air Force or Army or Navy, or I can't forget, Space Force, the final frontier. All of those individuals, men and women, who sacrifice from their lives to go serve our country. We owe a huge debt of gratitude for that. And because of that, on Monday, it is Veterans Day. That is a day we thank all those who served. It's not to be confused with Memorial Day, where we honor those who died in the line of duty. This is where we are thanking every veteran, whether they are alive or whether they've passed away, thanking them for their service for our country. And we talk about this in school. We have Veterans Day holiday on the day of the holiday, and that takes me to our next important point. We would consider it a privilege to hang your family's veteran in our Hall of Heroes. We have a section right here off to the left for our military. If you've served in any of our armed forces or a family member has, send in a 5x7 with the information about them and who they're related to, and we will proudly display that in our Hall of Heroes. Along with our fire and our police, we put that up. And if you notice right there in the middle, we also, because we are a country that is founded on a republic, we have all of our elected leaders there also. No matter who they are, whether we agree or disagree, their pictures are always there because we respect the office. So if you have someone in your family who is served in the military or police or fire, please send in a 5x7 of them so that we can proudly display their picture in the MPO. Sitting on a Ritz, and we should serve Ritz crackers. Anyway, you guys are probably going, what is this song? sitting on a Ritz. Anyway, next Wednesday is something that we've never had, Dapper Day. What is Dapper Day? It's a day where you kind of dress for success. You can look old school, you can look new school. Ladies can wear dresses or pantsuits, and guys can wear suits or hats and things like that. It is a fun day. It's called Dapper Day, something new we're trying, and we'll see how it goes. This is next Wednesday, so mark that on your calendar. This might take a little bit more planning than something else, or you can grab, if you're you can grab dad's suits or ties out of there. You can grab mom's dress and make yourself look nice for the day to come to school. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Dapper Day happening, and that song was just kind of like the perfect little song. Maybe we'll serve wrist crackers that day. So if you look right here, I have this picture. What is that? That's a bunch of clothes. And you know what the clothes are trying to do? They don't have anybody in them. They're just clothes. They're trying to find their way home. They want to make it home by Thanksgiving. Right now, all these clothes are in our Lost and Found that is located right by the gate. And I'm encouraging you all to go to Lost and Found and look to see if there's anything that belongs to your family, your child, that you can bring home so it can make it home in time for Thanksgiving. Just to remind everybody, we will continue to remind you that Lost and Found is there. We'll put out a table right before Christmas break. And then at Christmas, we collect everything and we donate it because quite honestly, we don't have the room to store everything because it starts to become massive. A pro tip is whenever you get anything for your family, jackets, sweaters, anything like that, put your child's name in it. Put their last name and their room number, or the child's first name and an initial, anything like that that helps us reunite these clothes to their families. Reunited, and it feels so good. Anyway, it would feel so good if you had your jacket on today, especially with it being so cold out. A couple quick reminders as we wrap up the show. This Friday, Charleston Wrap is being delivered. So those of you that had ordered special things that was going to be delivered to the school, you would have received notification that that's happening this Friday. So please make sure you pick up your stuff here at the school. If you have any questions, you can send an email to Mrs. Mullaney, and she can clarify that for you. But it was pretty well laid out in the information that was sent home. And then next Thursday, if your child's last name begins with the letter N or through Z, N through Z, it is going to be Character Trait Day right here. So that is the day that we get to gather as a school and we recognize the special gifts and talents that God has given every one of our students. And we get to honor that in front of their families and their peers and colleagues. So anyway, wow, this has been a very, very busy week. And it seems like the weeks are just getting busier and busier. We have Christmas programs coming up for preschool. We have Christmas programs coming up for the elementary school, the Thanksgiving drive. We had the election, all kinds of stuff happening. But I can't thank you enough for tuning into the Weekly Roundup today. Greatly appreciate it. I tell you this every single week. It is a privilege for me and our entire staff to partner with you to develop the future leaders of this awesome country. I just ask one thing. Can you just continue to pray for God's hand on this school and on all of those in a position of leadership and in the classroom, that we may do God's will and that we can continue to create fully developed followers of Christ. I just ask you to do that for us. And I'll tell you something else. I've told you this earlier in the show when I talked about the parents' prayer team. We pray for you. Every meeting when we pray for our families, we pray for our country, we pray for our city, we pray for first responders, because we know that when we bring God into our life, things become better if we use Him as our foundation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is ending this edition of the Weekly Roundup, and we already have a week of November almost under our belts and quickly coming into the holiday season. With that being said, may God bless the trails you ride. Till next time, have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
It's time to tune in, sure as being here, let the news begin.
At GCS, we're shining bright, guided by faith. We're taking flight. side by side with Christ at the center. We feel the pride. From sports to arts, we're all in the game. Together in spirit, we carry the flame. So listen close, there's much to share. Information flowing everywhere. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes.
Hey, if some of you are still with me, I almost forgot to mention this. You know, with character traits, we have a thing where if you stay throughout all the character trait, at the end, we randomly draw one of the families whose child was honored a character trait. If you're the mom or dad or the legal guardian, and you are here at the end when we draw that name, you can win a $25 gift card, and we have it's a $50 gift card. And if you are not here to win, we add that to the next time. Can you believe there have not been two winners? So on next Thursday, the winner could possibly receive a $150 gift card from Grace Christian School. So you want to be here for the character trait next week, and that's N through Z. Back to our closing theme song. Have a great day, everyone.
Gotta roll. It's time to tune in. Sure as BSU, let the news begin.
At GCS, we're shining bright, guided by faith. We're taking flight, learning and growing side by side with Christ at the center. We feel the pride. From sports to arts, we're all in the game. Together in spirit, we carry the flame. So listen close, there's much to share. Information flowing everywhere. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat.